that thou shouldest give us reward to thy servants the prophets. All right. So we're in the time now. All right, we're gonna receive the reward. Yahweh Ratazah, we part of that number. When they came back time and time again, man. All right, prophets been put down, persecuted. All right, but this is the time where the prophets receive the reward. All we have to do is continually, push out this vibration. Stand still for the name Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. All right, death or deliverance, man. All right, really, there's no such thing as death, man.
It says, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yep. Which is Esau, Edom chiefly, man. Destroy them which destroy the earth. So that's why the Lord got to take them out of power, man. You read that in the book of Apocrypha, where it says that the Lord is going to set up a profitable ruler. Roughly paraphrasing. That's Yahweh Shai, and underneath him is going to be the Israelites, because under the rulership of Esau is nothing but chaos, just pure hell upon the people, man. Everybody's sick, overweight. Everybody's just stressed out. People got to be on medication, pills. People's on drugs to try to escape reality. Like the brother was saying, it's not going to be like that when the Lord set up his kingdom, man. It's going to be everybody. Well, it's going to come a point where after the heathens serve their captivity, the heathens is going to learn to enjoy the kingdom, Except for Esau, because after 1,000 years, he ain't going to learn his lesson.
The kingdom gonna be a nightmare for Esau.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like he stepped into the movie Hellraiser and elect our pinheads. Using that as an example.
It just says this wicked kingdom is hell for the righteous. All right, the righteous kingdom is gonna be hell for the wicked.
It's gonna be hard for Esau to do righteousness in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be going into hell.
After 1,000 years, he still ain't gonna get it. That's why he gonna have to get exterminated as a people, man.
This is about the other nations coming to learn. This is Isaiah 2, and I'll start at verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yep, and that's when Yahweh Shemau Shai established the nation of Israel and set up the kingdom, man, upon earth.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep, so that's these heathen nations. They're going to go unto Israel, at the headquarters, which is Jerusalem, to learn the ways of Yahweh Shemau Shai, and also to bring their resources, their portions that they're going to give unto Israel, the tribute.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yep, so out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So the Lord is raising up the elect to be the judges of the earth, to administer the law, to go out, man. All right, because the ways of this world is confusion, man. There's no order. Esau, he has his penal code system, which that's nothing but confusion. Esau don't even listen to his own orders. You can vote to take laws out. You can vote to add on to the law. There's no structure, there's no order, man. Then you go to these other nations, they got their own bugged out order over there. Well, when the kingdom of heaven is established, all the world is going to be underneath the ordinances of Yahweh Shemau Shai, man.
And this is how you know that the so-called Jews over there in Israel didn't establish this, because no one's going to them and asking them how to do things, except Esau.
Yeah. So how could those people be the Israelites? They're in the land right now, but nobody's flowing into them. Well, Yahweh Shai is not dwelling with them on earth. The earth is not a paradise. So those aren't the people, man.
They gotta come to Babylon for protection, for aid, for everything, man, for backing on all ends, man. That ain't the Lord's chosen people.
Hey, the Lord said when we return to the land, there's gonna be no more war. It's gonna be straight up. Since they got over there, it's nothing but war.
Yes, it says in verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Like the brother was saying, they ain't going to learn war in the kingdom of heaven. Right now, you got all the nations about to go into World War III. So those people over there that's claiming that they're Jews, which they call themselves Jewish, you got to question that, because they're not the real Israelites, We're telling you that we are the Israelites according to the Spirit, which is the Scriptures, man.
Yeah, just ask yourself what the suffix "ish" means. Look into it.
Yeah, they call themselves Jewish.
Yeah.
Which I believe it means it don't pertain to or
Like
kind of
pertain
like.
Yeah, liken them to.
That's just one tribe out of 12.
Yeah.
Where the rest of the Israelites at, man? Hey, that's why this devil, man, he has to have us so-called blackball, man, because he gets scrutinized. But hey, man, we're gonna do it regardless. It's gonna be a point, as the scriptures say, hey, man, we're gonna go to the gates of the nobles, man, from our apostle elders on down. They're gonna have to deal with us eventually, man. And they already getting hit up. The brother sent out a video that the bro from Vegas. He played a clip from a news interview. This Edomite was interviewing this Jake, and he started hitting this bitch with facts, man. And took it straight to the Bible. Where hey, man, started questioning that guy down there, man, Cesare Borgia. Who is that, man? That's not the savior of the Bible.
That's the image of white supremacy.
Yeah, Edomite supremacy.
Yeah, because when Esau was going around conquering in the name of Christianity, he was setting up that picture of Sergio Borgia, man. And that made our people to go off and worship, which that's part of the curses where it says you shall serve, wood and stone, roughly paraphrasing.
Gotta do that stone, wood and stone.
Yep. And 2/3 of our people are still caught up into that, But the Lord, He bestowed His truth. He woke up His elect to the truth in these last days, man. A small portion,
That's Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
And that's what the elect is doing, is arise, and they're shining because the elect is making full proof of their ministry. Scriptures say, let thy light shine forth before men, So the elect, hey man, this truth is getting out all over the world, man, And the elect, though, you're witnessing, the next rulers of the earth to come, So it's really the elect, the elites of the nation of Israel, and really this word is getting to the elites of Esau, man. That's why Revelations 11:11 it says, great fear fell upon them. Verse 12. Right, yeah, Revelation 12 and 10. Yeah, great fear is falling upon these elites, man, because the elites, they spent so much time trying to hide our heritage, and here it is, the Lord just gave it to us, and now we're rising up all over the earth. So these elites, they know they're going down now.
This is Revelations 12 and 12.
Yeah, Revelation 12.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, so Esau, he about to come down now, because his truth is being, spread like wildfire, man. All these celebrities know, So Esau, he's gonna make those steps to shut down the internet. Then he's gonna demonize the men of the Lord. He's gonna try to come towards the men of the Lord, But that's when Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna step in for those that put their faith in him. The Lord is going to lift up a standard and protect his elect ultimately, because the elect has, a greater purpose. That's why the Lord is going to preserve the elect unto salvation, man.
Got something for you. It says, Luke chapter 21, verse 11, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Yep, and that's going to happen, man. We're living in that time where these things is going to take place, man. And it's going to be as a trial, as a testimony for the elect, man. Certain brothers is going to get locked up. They're going to be brought before, judges. They're going to be asking about what's up with this Hebrew Israelite thing, saying that so-called white people is going into slavery,
And it shall turn to you for a testimony.
Yep.
Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before, where ye shall answer.
So when these things happen, you're not supposed to try to, what am I going to say? You know, really, you're supposed to put your trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, and the Lord is going to put the Spirit on you what to say. You know, it tells you that.
It says, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." It says, "And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death."
Yep. Because in that time when Esau, he's going to do different false flags. He's going to make the men of the Lord, you know, look like terrorists. He's going to come down with great wrath, and the majority of the people is going to believe Esau, man. Yep. They're going to believe the news, you know, and people that's close to you, like family members, you know, your mom, your auntie, your cousin, you know, they gonna be looking to turn you in, man, because they don't get this truth. You know, they don't get, the significance of what we're doing. You know, so they gonna side with Esau, man. Yep. They gonna be terrified.
Yeah, you got niggas out here acting like just total demons, man, monkeys.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, still they gonna try to find a way to pin it on the prophets, man.
Yep.
You know, but some way, somehow, they gonna blame it on the Israelites, man. All right, well, niggas out here acting plumb dumb, man.
Because they're going to look at it as if everything that we've been saying is actually happening. So they're going to be like, see, them guys, they're the reason why this shit is going on, you know? But really, we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know? Which when it gets into it, it says,
What Bible are you guys reading?
it says, Luke 21:17, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake." But
and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So for the name's sake of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, those that have the testimony, they're the ones that are going to be put through that test, man.
but there shall not an hair of your head perish.
Yep. So the Lord is going to protect His elect, man. Those that put their trust in Him. You know, the Lord is going to make sure that the elect is going to make it through those trials, man.
In your patience possess ye your souls.
Yep. And your patience, and that word patience goes into suffering, man.
Hey, 6 feet. 6 feet.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Could you read that? When Jerusalem compassed about with armies.
This is Luke 21:20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So, you know, this is happening right now. You know, Jerusalem is being compassed about with armies because Esau, he's rolling out his troops. You know, the National Guard, you know, and the main people they're going to be after, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians, man. You know?
They already making a statement saying that the number one contractor of the coronavirus are blacks and Latinos. They said in that fashion.
Yep.
They even mentioned Native Americans, you know. So they letting you know that you tribes are the enemy, you know. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not.
Now you got to spiritually depart. You know, like tell you that Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. So you got to spiritually depart now, which is, you know, serving Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, believing upon the Lord and renewing your mind through the Word. That's how you spiritually depart. You know, and that's how you're going to escape the destruction. If you're of the elect.
And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Yep, so these are the days of vengeance that's going to befall this place, man. All right, all the wickedness that's going on, man. All the dark shit that go on, man. The Lord, you know, the Lord got a record of that, man. They tell you that in Revelations 18 that the sins of this place have reached unto heaven, man. You know, so the Lord, hey, man, the Lord, this is the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. All right?
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon his people, upon this people.
Yep. And 2/3, you know, they gonna get that last, you know, whooping from the Lord, so to speak. You know, 2/3 is gonna be, you know, dropping dead during this time, man. Esau is gonna be let loose. You know, those different spirits created for vengeance. You know, a lot of 2/3 gonna be locked up in the FEMA camps, but the Lord ain't gonna break them out. You know why? Because they didn't put their trust in the Lord. They didn't choose to serve Yahweh Shema Shai. Though the Lord had his prophets out there, you know, all these years.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations.
And that's happening right now. You got signs in the sun, you know, the eclipses, you know, in the moon. All right, you got, you know, the chariots are the signs. It's like the so-called UFOs. All right, you got many different so-called UFO sightings all over the world. That's signs in the heavens that let you know that we're about to enter into the time of judgment, the end time.
And in the stars and upon the earth the stress of nations.
Yep, the stress of nations. That's why you see people uprise against the government, are all over the world protesting. All right, you got it.
With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yep, so as things progress, man, people's gonna become more and more fearful, man. And then it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna start inquiring the men of the Lord, but at that time the Lord is gonna hide his men. He's gonna hide this truth, man. You know, so grave things is coming upon the earth. Could you get Zechariah, the second chapter? It tell you that these days are approaching, and all the signs that are going on the earth lead back to the scriptures to let you know that we in those times.
This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, so the times we're approaching is like no other days, man. All right, Babylon the Great, America, this is the wickedest country that ever exists, man. You know, so the times out, the destruction that's about to happen, you know, it gotta be great, man. All right, because the wickedness is great.
Yeah,
So,
200 million missiles, that's double. You know, for all the blood that was spilled here in America, and all the unrightful dealings, and all the policies and unrighteous laws that are implemented and pushed out here in the society. And not only in this society, but Esau's philosophy, his wine has spread throughout the whole planet Earth.
God.
So they have basically tainted the whole planet Earth, okay? That's why the Lord, he gathered all the nations together to do the last battle, to wipe everything away, man. And America's gonna be a goddamn a lake of fire, okay? And all you people in Babylon that love this place, you're gonna get burnt up in this place, okay? If you don't die from the famine before that, okay? This place is abominable, man. This place needs to be destroyed. You got Jake that wants to be here. You got Jake talking about Black Lives Matter. They trying to establish some type of a city here, man. Okay, when you so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans, before the so-called white man was over here, what did he do? He killed you to take these things. So you think he's going to rightfully give you these things back? And furthermore, Esau can't even pay you. There's no amount of money that he can pay to basically recompense you for the things that he has done unto you. And then all the hidden things that he's doing to you that you don't even see. Okay? All the hidden things that are happening that you don't see. The only way this man is going to get paid back is going to get paid back by blood. Okay? Can you bring that in Ezekiel? I'm sorry, in Numbers? That Numbers 30, 35?
35, 33.
And Numbers 30. Yeah, you can't, Esau, you cannot give Jake reparations. Jake talking about reparations. No, you are the reparation, okay? Taking down you, okay, bashing your children's head against a stone like the scriptures say. Taking your woman, putting her in chains, taking your kids, putting them in chains, okay? Making you go out and work, in the field. Why Jake sit back and relax, okay? Why we're good, why we're prospering, why we can serve our power. And what are you going to be? You're going to be serving us. That's going to be the true recompense. Okay, can you read that?
Yeah, this is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
Well, yeah, you should not pollute the land which ye are. Okay, when you go into a land, you're not supposed to kill the inhabitants of the land and take the land. Even Esau in his penal code, you can't do that. Okay, in Esau's law, you can't go and basically kill somebody, murder somebody, and take their land. So even by your own accord, Esau, by your own judgments, you're going against the law that you established. Okay, go ahead.
It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
Yeah, blood it defileth the land. And who did you spill? What blood did you spill, Esau? You spilled the Israelites' blood. Okay, the inhabitants of this land. Okay, Gad, Reuben, Issachar. Okay, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. You went around the whole planet Earth. And what did you? Can you get Ezekiel the 35th chapter? You went around the whole planet Earth because you had an agenda, and your agenda was to do what? Was to take vengeance against your brother Jacob. Okay. See, Esau, he knows what he's doing and what he has done. He knows that you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you were the Israelites. He knows that we were once brothers. He knows the history. The history has never been lost. Only people that don't know the history is Jake. Okay? Go ahead.
For blood it defileth the land,
Uh-huh.
and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
Yeah, the land can't be cleansed. So there's no amount of policy. There's no amount of monies that you can give Jake. All right, you can't even leave the land in a Sabbath as a Sabbath. Okay, we're just gonna leave the land as 1 year. You can't even do that. What's the only way that blood can be cleansed? Read.
It says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So Esau, and then get Exodus 21 and 16. Basically, Esau, the scriptures are saying that you gotta pay, you gotta get paid back, basically, and that's one thing that you're running from is the payback against the atrocities that you have committed around the whole world, starting with the Israelites. Okay, read that.
Exodus chapter 21 verse 16. And he that stealeth a man.
So who did you steal? This is well-known history, documented, by the way, and by your scholars. Right, Esau, basically, his tongue is falling upon him. He didn't even try to sweep away slavery in the books. He wrote all these things down. He was that proud. He thought that he was going to be able to have us perpetually. Like, even if I wrote this down, I can still get out of this. And that's why he's with this agenda of them taking down all the statues of these devils that had their hand in slavery, because he wants to bring in a new world order where all that history is lost. You don't know what the hell is going on. There was no slavery. This is just how it is. You so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native Americans are just done. You're through. Go ahead.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
Yep.
or if he be found in his hand.
And we're found in your hand right to this day. Okay, why is the so-called black man over here? All right. Why is that? Because you goddamn devils, you had us in slavery. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about how Esau, he benefited off of the backs of our people, and until this day. Okay, the reason why you Edomites, you so-called white people, are prospering or have the ability to prosper is because of slavery. Okay, and the benefits that you reaped, during the time of slavery and when our people came out, because our people, contrary to popular belief, were still in a slave-like mindset. We're still slaves. Okay, you're still an employee. You still work for a slave wage. Why these corporations are multi-billion-dollar and multi-trillion-dollar corporations. All right, you Israelites, you are what? You are consumers. How did China get rich? Ultimately, China got rich, okay, because of you Israelites selling goods to America. And who's the majority here in America? Who buys things in America? Does Jake take their money and go and invest it into a property, invest it into a farm, okay, build infrastructure? No. What do? They give it right back to the corporations that enslaved them. And all these corporations, they had certain ties to slavery. Okay, especially these insurance companies. Now they're saying we apologize. Now you have all these like Foot Action and Nike, all these different grocery stores. all these different businesses, they're sending out press releases talking about Black Lives Matter and how they're going to donate so many millions of dollars to, you know, black, you know, so-called organ or non-profits. But none of that money is going into so-called black people's hands. It's a big scam. It's a big farce, and that's been going on since you so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans have been under this damn man.
Well, Esau was doing that during the abolitionist movement. He'd set up an abolitionist movement and set up funds. Well, we're gonna help out. We need money to free the slaves. What'd you do, man? You just put niggas back in slavery, pretty much, man. Put them in sharecropping.
Yep.
All right. Or you did the chain gang. All right. So all that was a bunch of BS, man. Oh, Jim Crow laws. So all that money never went to Jake. Look at Jake has no wealth, man. The brother's talking about this shit's a fucking scam.
It's a scam. You Jakes have been scammed. All right, you have been deceived. Okay, you have been deceived. You have been, you know, you bought into, you know, you can make it here in Babylon. You know, you bought into the so-called American dream. And then what did Esau do? He got served so-called black and Hispanics that he pushes out there in the media on his TV. Okay. It's the same. It's literally the same actors. It's the same actors. It's the same entertainers. You know, they'll filter in, you know, new ones as, you know, certain other ones get out of the business. But it's the same faces that they push there. And what do they push? They push the so-called excellency, that you can got money, you know, businesses, and then you got niggas like what is that, Morgan Freeman, talking about, oh, racism doesn't exist. Look at me, I'm an example that you can make it here in Babylon. But you didn't tell them that you had to get on your knees and do wicked foul acts, okay, and sell your soul to benefit in those things, to participate in the pleasures of Babylon. But now the pleasures of Babylon, they're cutting off, okay? All right, the circus of Babylon is cutting off. All right, as well as the bread of Babylon is going to get cut off. Everything in Babylon is going to get cut off. You done there?
Yeah, I'll finish it up.
Finish that up.
Exodus 21 and 16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
So Esau, you got to surely be put to death. All right, and you Edomites here in America, you're going to be destroyed, okay, by thermonuclear missiles. Okay, certain Edomites around the world, you're going to be destroyed. And then the rest of you that survive, starting with you elites, okay, what's going to happen? You're going to get rounded up and you're going to get put into captivity, okay, under the foot of the Israelites. And that's what you're afraid of. Okay, you're afraid of this uprising taking place. All right, we're now standing right in front of your red ass, telling you these things. Well, we weren't able to do this. Okay, we weren't able to come out here and basically curse out the so-called white man. Which all we're doing is telling you the truth. All we're doing is telling the world about all your crimes that you have committed. Okay, now we are deemed a hate group. How are we a hate group? We're a truth group. We're telling that you put us in slavery. And according to the Bible, the Bible that Trump had, okay, the Bible that the Trump had is the same Bible that we're reading out of. All right. Get Psalms 50 and 16. But go ahead, read that.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 35. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it.
Yeah, so we're prophesying against Mount Seir, which is the government of Esau Edom. Okay, going to you elites, the ones who run and manufacture chaos throughout the whole planet Earth. The ones who manufactured the coronavirus. Okay, the shutdown, Black Lives Matter, all the wars that are taking place, slavery. Okay, depopulation, confusion. Okay, we're prophesying against Mount Seir. Okay, you damn devils, you Edomites. Go ahead.
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
So we're telling you what the Lord is, what the Lord has to say to you. Okay, the Lord has to say things to every nation. Okay, under heaven. Okay, He has certain things that he told the Israelites. Okay, we'll start with the elect. He even got something to say about the 2/3. He got something to talk about. He got something to say about Moab and Ammon and Ishmael, all the other, the heathen nations, and he has something to say against you damn devils, you Edomites. And this is what the Lord has to say to you. We're going to read it to you. Okay, to you elites. Go ahead.
Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Yeah, the Lord is against you. Read 50 and 16.
This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Yeah, Esau, Mount Seir. What are you to do to declare Yahweh Shema Shai's statutes? You call yourself the Jews. Okay, you call yourself the Christians.
Aryans.
The Aryans, which you don't do anything righteous. You don't do anything that a saint would do. A saint is somebody that's separate, that's holy. You don't do anything holy. You do nothing but wickedness. We can go right into your law. We don't even have to go into your law. We can go into the history that you basically did throughout the whole planet Earth. Everything points back to you being a murderer, a liar, and a thief. Okay, just as the scriptures clearly outline your ass. The thief comes of not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And who's doing that throughout the planet Earth? Okay, Job 9 and 24. Okay? Where and who is he? Who's doing these things? You like to paint the picture that the so-called black and Hispanic man, they're shooting themselves in the streets. But who the fuck created guns? Okay, who's a gun peddler? Okay, who created weapons of mass destruction? All right, who funded coups? All right, who dropped nuclear missiles on people? Who dropped the atomic bomb? All right, who created fluoride? Who created GMOs?
Plastic.
Who created plastic? You got microplastics all around the fucking world. Okay, who created vaccines? Okay, who created Planned Parenthood? Man, you are the man of wickedness, man. The man of sin.
When are they going to cancel Planned Parenthood? Or they want to get rid of racist Edomites? Margaret Sanger is one of the main racist Edomites. She said we weren't human, we need to get depopulated. She wanted to sterilize the Puerto Rican woman. She wanted to sterilize the black woman. Yet nobody wanted to cancel Planned Parenthood. Defund Planned Parenthood.
Yep. And you know what Esau did? See, things like that, things that really matter, that shit flies under the radar because Esau, he pushes nothing but what? Witchcraft upon the people. Especially you, Jake. You are very susceptible to witchcraft.
And Jake don't want Planned Parenthood to go nowhere. The nigga woman, she don't want that to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Niggas, neither.
The niggas love that Plan B. Who created Plan B? All right, Esau, Edom, Mount Seir. So what do you have to do to declare Yahweh Shema Shai's statutes? Because the statutes talk about not coveting land. The statutes talk about not killing your brother. Not murdering. Okay? About giving a man his fair wage at the end of the day.
Worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
You see what I'm saying? Amongst a whole putting homosexuals to death. What about that? So you're condemned. All right, and this Bible condemns your red ass, as well as all you other Edomites. Okay, starting from the head all the way to the tail. You're condemned. Hold Isaiah 34. But go ahead.
But unto the wicked, the Most High said,